Okay, it is our last night at the Butterfly House. We have had a decent time, and we are gonna hike out tomorrow. Try to get out as early as we can. We just have a 2-mile hitch, and
we're hiking 16.4 miles tomorrow
to a beautiful lake.
Or we were told.
Supposedly a beautiful lake. All right, we're hiking along. We're hiking through a ski resort. It's pretty cool. And actually, the person who picked us up for our hitch this morning was working at the ski resort. I think we saw his car, the only car there. So that was really nice. It was basically the first car that we had started to hitch with. So people are really nice in this town. I told Hornet that we should just move here. But I don't think he's sold. That's some pretty turquoise lakes down there.
Oh, the trail goes down Salida.
Oh, that's nice. We're hiking back down to these lakes. And they are so pretty. I don't know if you can tell, but the color is amazing. We got this big hole. Apparently it's an abandoned mine. And we got, oh, spooky. We got Boss Lake right here.
Because it's a boss.
So if we felt really over it, we could just hike right back down that hill.
About 10 miles today.
And we could be like, let's go to the hostel like everyone else. But alas, we want to go ahead and beat these clouds. Let's play a game. There's a lot of buggies over here. They have these markers for the 100-mile race. It's gonna happen in 2 days. Nice. We are about to get caught in a big old storm. And there's the hail. Yeah. Ah! So, this is the ground. We just huddled under a tree as it just hailed like crazy on us. But as quick as it came, ooh, it should be gone. Jesus. Yeah. Colorado, baby. You only find this in Colorado. Sunshine as the storm moves that way. This beautiful lake. Yeah, that was probably 5 minutes of hail, which is kind of more than it normally does, and obviously it dropped a lot more than normal, but we were less than a mile from.
They're like marble size.
Yeah, they were a little shave ice. Yeah, we're about a mile from camp, and we just had to duck into the trees because obviously we knew it was coming, but as quick as it comes, it goes. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's nice because you need to dry off your stuff, but that was crazy. Today has been the most tiring day. Not yet, but pretty freaking tiring. But finally, we just have to go downhill to get to those lakes. Show my food. My mom got me these. We have 2 friends at camp, And one of them is our first NOBO we've ever met. Hello!
Morning.
So, we just kind of left a little bit ago at like 5:30. And we camped at a really nice lake last night.
It was very peaceful, flat camping, so.
Yeah, it was kind of squishy too. There's like a little bit of like moss or something. So that was nice. And then it was really dewy because we were in a big open field next to a lake. So that wasn't the best in the morning.
A lot of condensation.
Yeah, it was ice cold too. Very cold morning. But last night we camped first with a SOBO who was really nice, who we talked to for a bit. And then later on, a NOBO rolled up. Yeah. Our first NOBO. I was practically in shock.
We didn't think they existed.
Yeah, but she's pretty fast. She started 4 days after us and hasn't taken any zeros and is on a tight schedule. So we might be able to hike with her for a day or two, but
we'll probably camp with her tonight and tomorrow maybe.
Yeah.
But after that, she'll be long gone.
Yeah, today we have like almost 20 miles. Some pretty scenic walking today. And we got to walk on this nice kind of road trail. An old railroad. We read about it on a plaque. We're in the Land O'Lakes commercial past 2 days. Gotta dry out our tents, the usual. Then we got this view. Pretty nice. I think we're going all the way up there. Came from there. It's been a long hike. Thirsty too. We don't have much water left. It's pretty flowers again. We're still not up. Almost there. We made it up. Then we had to just come through this trail the whole time and go up more.
Yeah, it goes up a lot more.
And the water was still 2 miles away from the peak, so Abram sacrificed some of his for me. Hi.
So Flo usually runs on the downhills and usually is in front of me as I struggle to keep up with her. But I usually lead on the climb ups because I'm too stubborn to stop. So it's kind of a good mix that we have.
A lot of today has been walking on rocks. We're almost done with our day. We have about a mile left to camp. It's been a pretty long day. I mean, of course it's only like 2 or something like that, but lots of elevation, lots of sun and heat, but the views have been nice. We haven't really got views like this for a while. They've been decent, but not as nice, so it's good. Here's our campsite. It's got a pretty nice view, but it's really hot. So we can't wait for the sun to set behind the mountain. There's a marmot. Apparently there's some marmots and pika that steal stuff from you. There is one right up there, but I try to scare them off. Came from down there. Today's another pretty big day of climbing. Tomorrow we have an easy day because the next day we're climbing Hope Pass. Sun finally poked through. It's really pretty. Still some snow in July.
Look at that lake down there.
Ooh, that one's really pretty. So, I dropped what I like to call my puppy pad, which is just this antimicrobial pad that women can use to wipe after they go pee. And I dropped it almost a mile up, so I have to, well, I assume that's where it is. Okay, I found it. I'm convinced it was at least a mile away, and it was all up and down and up and down. So, that sucks, but I guess at least I got it. It was where I took my pack off last. The carabiner was messed up, so I just fell off. So, let's never do that again. I'll let you guys know how many miles extra I just did when I get there. Finally made it up. Then we'll go back down, and we'll go back up and down and up for the next week. Abram and I have been hiking through the woods all day. Well, for the second half of the day. It's been really nice. This is nice. We haven't had a nice big stream in a while. But it's hard to enjoy stuff like this in Colorado and in Maine and New Hampshire because there are flies everywhere. It's just hard to stop. I did it.
Three for 3 today.
Yes. It's been a really nice, diverse hiking day. I have a friend. Hi. Uh-oh, here he comes. How far does he go? Does he chew through our tent at night is the question. Oh, went right for the food. What a surprise. Here's our tent site today. It's much nicer than yesterday in terms of space because we have trees, so we have shade, so it wasn't hot and it was beautiful and amazing and very flat. But there are hundreds of bugs. Like on the other side of the net here, you won't be able to see it, I'm sure, but there are probably like 80 mosquitoes just right around where he is, trying to get to him. It's crazy. But anyway, I love it because we aren't super hot like yesterday. The view is not as good, but the setup is good. So, good night.
Bye.
Bye. Good morning.
Hello.
So, today we are gonna be climbing Lake Ann Pass, which is pretty steep. And we're going to be hitting it really soon. It was 2 miles in. It's always better to do the big climbs in the beginning of the day.
It's cooler.
Yeah. The heat makes climbing so hot. So hard. Hornet's tummy hurts today, so hopefully that doesn't get any worse, but luckily we'll be in town tomorrow, and if anything, we could, you know, figure it out there. We were only supposed to do 14 miles today, but we were thinking of pushing it 1 mile more, which would mean that we'd start with like a hard climb, or do a hard climb at the end of the day, just to make tomorrow easier, because we're going over Hope Pass tomorrow, which is one of the more steep and strenuous passes and climbs kind of the trail. So if we do half of it today, if we're feeling up to it, which we might not be, then it'll be easier for tomorrow. But even if we do it tomorrow, we'll still have a normal day. It'll just be like 16 miles into town, but we're not staying anywhere anyway, so we just need to resupply and try to charge our stuff and maybe do some lake laundry and then get a camp spot. So that's the agenda today. Chill or decide if we want to go up more.
Should be a good day.
Yeah. It's nice and mellow. It's not hot yet or anything. And we got a bit of a late start. We started at like 6:30 today. So it's nice to start when the sun is already up a bit, because it's hard to hike in the dark and the cold. So anyway, we'll check in later. First touch of sun. We are probably about halfway through our morning climb. It's been really pretty. And switchbacks have been really nice. So hasn't been too steep. Here's a view from this side. And we'll pop to the other side. Got this pretty lake over here. Don't even know what it is, but it's nice. Don't want to fall into that.
No.
Super patriotic. Uh-oh. You better have bad aim. That was good. Good job. Don't hit me. I'm sensitive. Crazy guys getting in. It's pretty cold. It's not ice cold like a lot of the water is up here, but it's pretty cold. This is our shower. And there's a giant horsefly. There you go. This is what we're dealing with here. Sometimes they bite. Some nice leisurely. Gotta get the pits. I see the doggy.
So, we just went swimming and did our laundry in Lake Anne, which is this beautiful alpine lake.
Ooh, look at that mountain. flowers. So, since we've been walking on this really nice trail all day, I thought I'd mention that people actually build these trails. I feel like before I started through hiking, I just kind of thought like trails were there and that's all there is to it. But you need paid staff or volunteers to actually make these trails and maintain them, especially on heavily trafficked trails. So like back there, there's a lot of water coming down from these mountains, so they have to build a lot of drainage throughways, or else you just have to jump over water or mud. And when the trail gets muddy, the trail gets worse. Like obviously people have built this up because there's some boggy areas and people don't like walking over mud, so they'll go around it, they'll make the trail bigger, and that's why trail work is really important, to keep people on the trail. So Abram and I like to give a shout out every day when we're walking on a nice trail to the trail crew and the trail maintainers. And we know that we should probably volunteer, or it'd be cool to even work for one. There's a fly on there. Biting me. Yeah, so maybe one day we'll be able to do that. For now, we'll just hike them. So the day has been beautiful and sunny, but we are walking in to a big old storm, and you can just hear it in the mountains like a crazy ruckus in there. The thunder is ominous. We're climbing up Hope Pass. It's so steep. You can't tell, of course. This is the extra mile we decided to do because it was an easy day.
We're overachievers.
Yeah. But tomorrow we'll be happy because we would have climbed this first thing in the morning, which is not a bad. Yeah. Okay. Bye. This is our campsite. We got here about 2 o'clock. A lot of trail runners. They're crazy. Not fun. But look at our view. It's a nice one. Mosquitoes are everywhere, so it's pretty torturous, but we'll get in the tent soon. We just left camp. It's 4:54. And our steep ascent begins. Wish us luck. The trail is a bit overgrown, which is the worst after a hard rain in the morning. Eee. Eee. It is 5:42. Sun hasn't come up yet. We did it. We made it to the top, the very top of Hope Pass. There's a bunch of 14ers everywhere.
Work up. We'll be ending our day in Twin Lakes today. How long is the ride from Providence to New Hampshire?
Only like 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sun's actually peeping out.
I guess we should do a video.
Where are we?
On top of Hope Pass.
Hope Pass. And where are we going? Down there. We are down the mountain. Now we just have to walk around the lake. Good morning, everybody.
Hello.
So, what's our updates?
Today is day 22. We camped a little bit below Hope Pass this morning. We hiked up at like 4. We're out of the tent by like 4:40. Saw the sunrise. It's really, really nice. Now we're hiking down into Twin Lakes and getting some food. Maybe staying in a hotel, maybe not. Maybe we're just gonna camp. We have to call and see, because when we called earlier, they said they had a 2-night minimum, but then people say they are pretty lenient on the 2-night minimum.
Uh-oh.
Because $130 is better than no money, so we will see.
Yep. So hopefully we can get a room so we can take a shower and do our laundry in the bathtub, or else we're going to be really stinky. 10 days, no shower or laundry if we can't get this one. So Twin Lakes is a really tiny place, and they just have one restaurant and like 2 food trucks. So
It's a seasonal town.
Yeah.
Shut down in the winter.
they're an unincorporated town. So let's see how it is. Lots of water today. All right, what just happened? 300 miles. Firstly,
This is the damaging the mind.
look at this tree. There's this really cool old restored resort from what year?
It says its demise was in 1897.
It fell in
Really?
1897. They said it used to be an escape for the ultra rich. They would take a train out to a town 5 miles by and then take like a wagon out here in the 1800s. This is not what I was expecting. It's really cool. There's some bats in here. You can hear them. Yeah, definitely. How's it up there? Oh, I can't believe these stairs haven't broken. They look paper thin. Ooh. Wow. It's really cool. Wow, look at these trees. So we are hiking across this dam, and we're still 4 miles out from town. But we've been kind of seeing it this whole time over there and whatnot, but we had to walk around the lake, which was nice. We're finally on the other side. And you can see Interlaken. We were just there. Look where we are. We're road walking.
And you'll just get your soda out there. I just need to know if you want one.
Yep.
They told me that I don't count. It's not.
Waiting for a hotel in the rain. Hiker trash.
Hello. We got to sit down at this restaurant. It's really nice and old-timey. And we're waiting for the possibility of a hotel because this place is not very kind to us. And they told us like, oh, well, you have to reserve it for 2 nights. I was like, okay, well, it's day of. So like, if it doesn't go by tonight, can I come back? And she's like, yeah, come back at 4. That's check-in. And we'll see if we can give you the room. And I was like, okay, great. We came back at 4. She's like, yeah, no, I'm going to still hold off to see if anyone wants it for 2 nights. But maybe if you call me back later. It's just like, and it's raining. So it's just like the least hiker-friendly person ever trying to force us to stay for 2 nights for a room that's $170. So we're just like kind of stuck. Yeah, we don't want to give them our money, but it's raining. Yeah. Okay. This looks great, right? But look at that.